Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. We do have, it's been a whole week since we've done this, at least for upper body. We are going to go over some stretches really quick, and then we will get right into it. Like I said, we have upper body today, so don't worry about those legs. We'll have a day for those. It will be tomorrow, along with everything else. All right. So we are going to start out with some arm circles. So taking those arms out nice and long and just rotating them forward, kind of tapping those feet out as we go. Just keep the body moving, get everything all warmed up. And then we're going to circle it back in 3, 2, and 1. So taking those arms backwards, keeping that chin lifted, just tapping the toes, left to the right, right to the left. I know I said that opposite of what I just did. I know my rights and lefts. I just had to finish out saying that. All right. So dropping the arms in 3, 2, and 1. So dropping them down. We're going to take that right arm up, drop it down, left hand to that elbow, and we pull it down. Still tapping it out. Or walking in circles, whatever you want. Just keeping those legs moving. Trying to press down 1 more centimeter, just getting that extra stretch in. We're going to release it in 3, 2, 1, dropping it down, bringing that left arm up, and we stretch. So right hand goes to that elbow, and we just press it down. I think that's the longest I haven't talked for. It's almost a little difficult for me. But I figured maybe some people like a little bit more silence than all my yapping. All right, so dropping that left arm down in 3, 2, 1, dropping it down, taking that right arm, we take it across, placing it in between that left arm. Reaching that right arm. And we just keep moving. And then we drop down in 3, 2, 1, switching those arms, left arm across, and we pull it in. Dropping in 3, 2, 1. So what we're going to do is take that right arm out. It's almost like stop. So taking that out, taking that left hand, and we're just going to pull those fingers back. Just kind of getting a little wrist stretch in there. Here I do a lot of like planks and stuff like that on your hands. I always forget about there's wrist stretch, wrist stretches. I want to blame it on Monday, but it's Tuesday. All right, taking it to that left, pulling those fingers back. Then we're just going to take that palm, kind of press, so fingers facing the ground, just get like a little pull towards yourself. Not too much because you don't want it to hurt. And then we're going to do the right side in 3, 2, 1, right side, pull it in just slightly. Just so the fingertips are looking at the ground, you just feel that little stretch. We're going to go into jumping jacks next, and that is our last stretch of the day. And I don't even consider that a stretch. Just get that heart rate up and move that body. So we're going to drop that right arm down. So jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1. So we take it up. Just breathing here. Then we'll get right into it. For about 10 more seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So dropping those hands down to the sides, grabbing your towel, making sure you have some water. And then also you might need something for your knees, whether it's a towel, a mat, carpet, whatever you prefer. But if you are on a hard surface, you might want something. I'm looking out for you guys. All right. So I'm going to go over what we're doing. You guys relax, but keep moving, of course. We are going to be doing a pike push-up. So taking those hands down to the ground, those heels are going to be lifted. And what I want you to do, so your hairline right here, I know I'm facing that way. That's the only reason I'm doing this. So your hairline, what I want you to do is take your forehead down. As you press it up, you're going to press that head through the arms. So take it down and then press through. Okay. Then we're going to lay down on the stomachs, taking those arms out. So you're going to lift the legs up, pointing the toes, and you're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, taking it back and taking it back out to center. So take it back, squeeze, and those palms are going to face each other. Back to center. And I'll need to move my mat around, but we are going to go into some staggered push-ups. So the right hand is going to come into the front, staggering that left, and I'm going to show you guys that way my knees don't hurt as well. But we're going to take it down, pressing it up, and then we'll switch it over. I'll kind of cue you when we're going to switch. And yeah, guys, that is it. That is it for this first thing. If you need to modify, drop it down to the knees, just hinge the hips forward. And then if you want that challenge, you can always do those staggered push-ups on your toes. So there's always ways to modify and to challenge in any move. But we get ready because we are going to go in the next 10 seconds, starting with those pike push-ups first. Trying to get my mat ready for you guys. All right. So remember, the crown or the hairline, you're going to bring it down. As you bring it through, you pop your head through your arms, taking it back down. So you kind of take it forward and then pop. So we're going to go for 10. We'll pause for a second and go for another 5. So we're going to do 15. So we inhale the arms up, exhaling them down. We walk those palms out, lifting the heels off the ground, taking those feet wide. We're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. So we go 10, 9, 8, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and just hold. We're going to go for 5 more in 3, 2, and 1. So take it down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and we walk those hands back. Rising up, kind of shaking out those arms a little bit. We're going to be laying down those stomachs next, kind of taking it out of those shoulders. And we're going to bring the palms out by the sides, pointing the toes, lifting up. We're just going to bring it back, squeezing the shoulder blades, bringing it back to that center. So making that T. So moving around, we lay it down in about 5 more seconds. We're going to get right to it. So we take it down. Lay on those tummies. See, this is like the first time I've actually laid my mat down where I haven't had to move it yet. All right, so we're going to start with those arms out by the sides. Those feet are together. We're going to point the toes, lift up, but make sure you're not putting too much pressure on that lower back. You don't want to overextend because then we don't want our lower backs hurting. Over this. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting hurt over. It should be semi-fun, right? Okay, we're gonna lift up those legs so the knees are lifted off the ground, lifting those arms up. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping those arms forward, stretching it out for a second, and we go again in 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up, arms by the sides. 10, 9, 8, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping those palms down, sitting those hips back and rising up. Shake everything out. And we have those staggered push-ups next. See, now I gotta move it. Too good to be true. But I was proud of myself with that last one. May not seem like a lot, but to me, it was. All right, so we have the staggered push-ups next. So making sure we're still moving. We're gonna start with that right arm forward, left hand staggered. If you want that challenge, come up to the toes. If you need a little bit more stabilization, you can always take the feet apart slightly. And then if you want to modify it, come down to the knees, hinge those hips forward, but we take it down. All right. So that right hand, place that forward and we stagger that left. So I'm going to do this on my knees. So I'm going to hinge my hips. If you want to take it up to those feet, you can always do so as well. Or if you want to switch it up, but we are going to go for 10 and then we're going to switch it over and go for 10 on the opposite side. But we take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it up, bring it center, sit those hips back, stretch it out slightly. Shifting that weight forward, we stagger again, right hand off to that right side. Left hand is out in front this time. We go down in 3, 2, and 1, take it down. So 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We press it up, walking those palms back and rise up, stretch it. I almost said stretch and shake at the same time. We almost came up with a new word. We're moving. We're getting through this. All the push-ups, apparently. Okay, we have those pike push-ups again. So staggering, or not staggering those feet, separating those feet. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhaling the palms down to the ground. We walk them out, lifting those heels up. And we're going to go into those pike push-ups. So remember, we're taking like the crown of the head, that hairline down. As you press it through, we pop that head through those arms, lifting out of the shoulder blades. But we take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to go for 10, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back and we hold. We have 5 more in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. And we walk those palms back to the feet and rise up. Simple as that, right? I think sure. I don't know if that happens with you guys, but I feel like my collar like come up like underneath my eyes sometimes. I had a tank top on before and I figured t-shirt seemed a lot better for this situation at least. I was wrong. I was wrong. I figure upside down and I should already know that though. All right, so we're gonna take it down to those stomachs right now because I talk through my breaks instead of just resting. We take the arms out by the sides. We're gonna point the toes lifting up. So those knees should be lifted. Those arms are in line with the shoulders. They're gonna start to get tired and wanna drop down. We keep them in line because we got 20 and that is it. Then we move on just like that. So we take those arms out by the sides. And in that 10, I'll break it up so we get that little stretch in. But we lift up in 3, 2, 1, so lift it up. So 10, 9, squeeze at that bottom point. 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch those arms forward. We go again in 3, arms out by the sides, 2, and 1, lift it up. So 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms down. We sit those hips back and stretch. And walk it back. Step it up. And we tap it out for 15 seconds. Then we have those staggered push-ups. We're going to start with that right hand forward, left hand staggered. Modify on those knees or challenge yourself on those toes. Either way, we get it done. Either way, whatever it is, we get through it because we have one more round. Just think, the faster we get done with the staggered push-ups, so the sooner I stop talking, then we move to our 3rd round. Okay, taking it down. Right now. Right hand forward, left hand staggered. I'm going to hinge those hips forward, or you can take it to those toes. But we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those hands center, sit those hips back. And bring them back forward. We stagger that right, left hand forward. We go down in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 8, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk those palms back and step it up. Shaking those arms out. Just shake them out because it feels pretty good. Just keep those feet moving. Tap them, walk, jump, hop, whatever you want. Get some extra cardio in. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're on round 3. Then we move on. We're going to get some ab work in, oblique work with those arms. Picture that. All right, pike push-ups. So standing, if you're on your mat, at the back, which I am. If not, just stand up wherever you are. We inhale the arms up. Exhale them down to the ground, and we walk it out, lifting those hips, not hips, heels. Heels up. And remember, crown of the head, hairline comes down. We pop that head through. We're going to go for 10. Have that little break, and we go for 5. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And we chill out right here for a second. We go 5 more in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking those palms back and shake it out. I don't know about you, but my shoulders are done. They are done, and we have those staggered push-ups still. Okay, we're all in it together. We're all getting it done. I feel like my shoulders are burning right now. That means we're doing it right? It means we're working that. Okay, but now we come down to those stomachs. See, this is why we take it out of the shoulders a little bit. So remember, we lift those arms up shoulder height. We squeeze and pinch the shoulder blades as we bring it back, and then release it to that T, all while keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So as you bring it up, don't if you can, I imagine you can see what I'm doing. Don't hunch. Just keep it active, pulling the shoulders away from those ears. Be aware of those muscles and those bodies. And breathe for a second. So we're going to point those toes, lifting the feet up. Arms are going to lift up, knees off that mat or the ground. We go up in 3, 2, and 1. So lifting up. So 10, 8, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch those arms forward. Bring those arms back out by those sides, lifting up, we go. So 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretching those arms forward one last time. Pointing those toes, reaching as far out as you can. We take that right palm back, left palm back, and sit those hips back. All while standing up at the same time. And just like that, we have staggered push-ups next. Then we move on to bigger and better things. So remember, we keep moving right here. We go again in about 10 seconds. We'll drop it down to the knees or on those toes for those staggered push-ups. Right hand forward, left hand staggered, and we take it down. All right. Getting one last like shoulder stretch in. Okay. So we go for 10, we'll stretch, and then 10 on the opposite side. But we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we take it center, stretch it out, bring it center, and right hand staggered, left hand forward. We go down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it back. Walking those palms back, we rise it up. And you get a minute and 15. I always want to say minute 30, and then I'm like, it's a little too long. We can do that, but we might be a little after 1 at that point. Okay, so minute, we'll give you value a minute and 10 now, as I talk through it. I'm gonna go over what we're doing next. Make sure if you grab that water, you're still kind of tapping those feet. You're moving around if you want that extra cardio in right now. Added some jumping jacks, mountain climbers. Just make sure you kind of look up every once in a while to see what we got going on next, or you can just be surprised. But I'm gonna go over what we're doing. So we're gonna come down, not right now, but I'm just gonna show you. We're gonna come down to all fours. We're gonna extend that left leg out, right arm out, and we're gonna bring them in so the elbow connects to that knee. As you do it though, I want you to almost kind of round that spine as you take it in to get that extra crunch, releasing it out. So we crunch it in, release it out. As you do it though, we keep everything squared off. So if you need to get that slight bend in that elbow so that way we're not leaning, do it. Just, I don't want you, doing this, your body's coming out the opposite way. And then we'll switch it over doing that opposite side. We are then gonna go into some Russian twists. So we're gonna come to that tailbone, leaning it back slightly about 45 degrees, taking those feet up. We're gonna take it to the right, to the left. Okay, making sure we're twisting at that oblique, keeping that chin lifted the entire time so nobody's gonna tuck in. Because once you do that, you kind of take it out of what you want to work. So chin up, shoulders back, chest open. Then we have tricep dips. We are going to take it down almost kind of to all fours, just the opposite way. But we are going to take it down. So just dipping at the triceps, pressing it up. While you do this though, let's see if I can try and do this opposite while still looking. Keeping those elbows in nice and tight. Don't let them face the outsides. I don't want you to hurt yourself. So keeping those elbows coming straight back. Those fingers are going to face forward. We're just going to dip and press. All right. Cool, cool. Well, that's what we got. We got 3 rounds. Then we have one more thing, 3 rounds. Then we're done. And we're good. But we have time. We have time to get it all done. So I'll give you guys about 15 more seconds and then we will get started. Actually, I'll give you guys 20 more seconds. When you're ready, start to head down. We're going to take it down to all fours. So remember, we're going to extend that right arm out first and the left leg. As you bring it in, we're going to add in that little crunch. So kind of rounding the spine slightly, pressing through. You're just going to pull it in, crunch, releasing it back out to that straight line. We're here. We're here. Got you guys. Okay. But remember, right arm out, left leg out, we crunch it in. As you crunch though, don't just bring it in. We round that spine, pressing through. So almost like if you guys have done Casey's, his yoga classes, if you ever do cat-cow, how you take it head to tail, and then you round. As you take it into cat, it's almost that same type of movement, just with your limbs lifted. But we take it out and bring it in. We're going to go for 10 on each side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, drop it down, left side, lift it up, and we go. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, extend it out and we drop it down, walking it back, rising up. Not too bad, right? All right. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't too bad. First round of those. Done. Check. Kill. We have those Russian twists next. So remember, we're going to take that upper body back to 45 degrees, lifting those legs up. If you need to modify, you can always take the feet down, or you can take the heels down, and you're just going to twist it out. If you want that challenge, we lift them up. Obviously not keeping your hands on the legs, but we're just going to twist to twist. So we're going to go for 20 all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on. So on and so forth. So come down to the ground right now, kind of pedal out those feet a little bit longer. And we're either going to hold them still or drop them down in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to keep my feet up, but feel free to modify by dropping the heels down, toes face up. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 20, 19, 15, 12, 10, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Kind of stretch it out. And when you're ready, you rise it up. We have those tricep dips next. Remember, those elbows stay close to the body. Fingers are going to face forward. We just dip it down and we press. If you need to modify, just come down a little bit and press it up. If you want to go to the extreme, go down as low as you can, press it up. But just remember, don't sink into those shoulders as we're doing it. That's what's going to seem like it's comfortable, but it's not going to feel good. I promise. Just don't sink. Just stay active and engaged. So when you dip down, like really think about mind of the muscle. Pull those shoulders away from those ears. Cool. Cool, cool. So we drop it down. We go into those tricep dips. So kind of on all fours, just opposite way. We take those feet down, fingertips face forward, elbows point back. We lift those hips up and we take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. And we go for 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those hips down and press it up. Shake out those arms a little bit. Kind of get the feeling back in them. Mine feel a little tingly. But good, like that good tingle. Like I know I'm working them. But round 1's done. For next round with the Russian twist, we're gonna isolate. So we're gonna go 10 to one side and then 10 to the other. Just a heads up. But we move around. And we're gonna take it to that tabletop position. We're gonna start with that right arm out, left leg out first. In 3, dropping it down, in 2, and 1. So taking it down to all fours. Shoulders stack over the wrist, knees are right underneath the hips. So getting proper alignment first, that is key. Now, that neck is nice, long, and extended, keeping it in line with that spine. We're gonna lift that left leg up, pointing the toe, stretching that right arm forward. As I look up, I tip forward. Okay, we're gonna make that cat positioning. So arching that spine as you crunch it in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it out. We drop it down. Left side comes in 3, lifting up 2, and 1. So 10, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extending it out. We drop that hand, drop that knee, tuck the toes, walk the hands back, sit the hips back. All one fluid motion, right? We have Russian twist next. So remember, we're gonna isolate the right side and then isolate the left side. We're gonna go 10 on the right, 10 on the left, modification, drop the feet down. Challenge lifting those feet up. But we take it down to the booties right now. So coming to those tailbones, we pop the chest open, shoulders back, chin up. Taking those feet up or planting those heels down. But we go in 3, only to the right side, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, center, and now the left. 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hugging those knees in, pulling it in. So we're gonna round that spine. And then open that chest. When you're ready, we rise it up. And we have those tricep dips next. So remember, fingertips face forward, elbows close to the body, they face directly backwards. And we're just gonna dip down, modify, don't go down as low. Challenge, go down lower. Or if you want an extra challenge, you can always extend those legs out and do it. It's actually, I think we need a little, I know for my arms, never mind. For my arms aren't long enough if I do that. Because I automatically touch the ground. In my head, I thought it would work. But we're gonna take those feet down. Heels are gonna, I'm gonna get there, guys. That was Russian twist. So feet down, elbows face backwards, fingertips face forwards. We lift those hips up and we drop it down in 3, 2, and 1. So we go for 10. We're gonna hold and then go for 5. So we go down. So 10, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. And we take it right back down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rising up, shaking out those arms. We have one more round of those. One more round. Moving it out. Grabbing your water if you need. If I ever don't call water and you want water, get water. Always feel free to get liquid. Are we ready? Taking it right back down in about 10 seconds. So we take it down to all fours, aligning the joints, wrists underneath the shoulders. So shoulders stacked over the wrist, knees underneath the hips. That neck is nice and long. We're going to extend that right arm out. Everybody pulling that core in nice and tight. Something just landed on me. I don't know what it was. You know, like you have like a little like gnat that lands on you. You're like, oh, I don't know. It might just be a hair, and you look down, it's like an actual gnat. Ah, scared me. Okay. So like I said, we align the joints. I want everybody to hold that core in nice and tight. So pressing through those fingers, we pull that belly button up and in. We're going to lift that right arm, left leg. We take it in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, dropping it down, lifting those left arms, right legs up, and we take it in. So 10, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing out, dropping it down, tucking those toes, walking the hands back, rising up. We have those Russian twists next. So this time, the first time we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second time we isolated 10 and 10. This time we're going to go for 20, but we're going to go right and left is going to be 1. So 1, 2, 3. So we go for 20 now. Right and left, 1. So on and so forth. Then we have those tricep dips, and then that is it for this. Then we got a whole new round of 3. But they're good. It's a good way to end it. I promise. All right, everybody taking a seat. Remember, if you need to modify, drop those heels down. If you want that challenge, lift them up. Just make sure we're not rounding. Keep it open. If you start to find yourself rounding, drop the heels down and just come back to that 45 degrees, keeping that chin lifted. So remember, 1, 2. That's how the count's going to go. But we take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 7, 10, halfway, 15, 18, 19, 20. Rising up. No more Russian twists. We are done with those. We have our tricep dips next. And then you get your break. And then we move on. Just like that. Taking those bodies down. We have those tricep dips. So lifting those hips up right now. We're just going to bend at the elbows, taking it down, pressing it up. We're going to go for 10. We're going to pause at the top and then go for the last 5. And then that is it for these. But we take those hips up, dropping down in 3, shoulders away from the ears, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top. Making sure those elbows don't go out there, going straight back. We take it back down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing it up. Drop those hips down and rise. That is it for those guys. So grab your towel and grab your water if you need. I'm going to go over what we're doing next. Just keep moving. And remember, if you want those extra cardio spurts in there, now's your chance. Now's your time. You go for it. But I'm going to show you what we're doing. All right. So we are going to be coming down to the forearms for this one. Coming into a low plank. We are going to go into some Spiderman planks. Kind of like rotating-ish though. But we are going to take that right knee over to that right elbow. Back, left knee, left elbow. I want you to keep those hips nice and low. If you need to, if this bothers those forearms, you can always take it up to the wrists as well. That knee is just going to come a little bit higher. Back, left, back. So you have your option right here, whatever feels more comfortable, whether it's those forearms or those palms. But if you're on those palms, shoulders stacked over the wrist. And if you're on those forearms, shoulders stacked over those elbows. Either one or either way, and for either one, we lift out of the shoulders for it. We never want to sink in. We want to get the most out of every single movement. That's all me explaining one move. Then we're going to go into some shoulder taps. So modification, spread the knees apart, hinge those hips forward. We're just going to tap it out. Challenge, those feet are up, or we're on those feet, knees are up, and we tap. So the reason our knees and feet are spread apart is so that we find that stabilization, because we don't want those hips, you know, dipping over to the right and dipping over to the left. They're going to move slightly just because we are moving, but the goal is to keep them as still as you can. That way we're working what we want to work at that point. Then we're going to go into some inchworm walkouts. So standing up, we're going to hinge at those hips, walking it out, coming to that high plank, walking it back, hinge at the hips and rise it up. You should kind of feel it in that hamstring. I know we're not working legs, but as you're rising up, that's the feeling you should feel it is your hamstring. So we're not bending at the knees to go down or to rise up. We're hinging forward. Just like as you're coming up, you're hinging up. Obviously don't lock out, keep that slight bend, but I'm talking about like that deep bend. Don't do that. So remember, inchworm, we walk out, high plank, walk it back, rise up. All hinging at those hips. All right, we go in about 20 more seconds. 3 rounds, 15 minutes. Can we do it? We can, I just take it. I take out more of our rests because I make sure we get out on time and we can still get the most out of it. If anything, we just get that heart rate up a little bit more, keeping those movements going. But we don't cut it short. Or we don't cut the reps short. We're still going to get them in. But we have those Spiderman planks first. So remember, right knee, right elbow, back, left knee, left elbow, or I almost said right knee, right wrist, but that's not what I mean at all. Right knee, right. So you can be on, what I'm saying is you can be on the forearms or on the palms. Whatever you pick, try and stay with it. If you do need to switch it up, feel free to switch it up. Just remember, keep those hips aligned and don't shoot them up. And try not to dip at that lower back. I know it seems like a lot, but it's not. I just talk too much. That's all it is. I talk too much sometimes when I just need to just zip it, because you guys probably already got it. I just can't see faces, so it's hard to tell if like anybody confused or everybody just staring at me like, okay, let's go. Okay. I'm going to try it on my forearms for this round, but remember those hips stay low. We're going to go for 10. So 1, 2, so 1 counts as right, left. Okay. But we take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, last one, knees down, walk the palms back, and we rise up. We have those shoulder taps next. So we tap those feet for 10 more seconds. Then we take it right back down. Remember, modify on your knees, spread the knees apart. Challenge, come to those toes, spread those feet apart. Either way, those legs are apart. But let's take it down right now. So we're going to start with that right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So chin is off that chest. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Tuck the toes, offer step forward. And we're up. We have those inchworm walkouts next. Remember, we walk it out, we get into that high plank. We're lifting out of the shoulders, that belly button is plugged into that spine. And then we hinge at the hips to rise it up. So we hinge forward, we hinge up. We are not bending the knees to rise up and doing funky stuff with that back and that spine. We hinge. Like I said, you should almost feel it in those hamstrings as you rise. I know we're not working legs, but that's where you should feel it. But we take it down in 3. We're going to go for 10, 2, and 1. So hinge, walk it out, walk it back. So it's 10. Squeezing the glutes at the top. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1. We walk it out and walk it back, hinge up and squeeze. Great job. We have 2 more rounds, which we are going to get through quickly. So we have those Spiderman planks. Bring the knee to elbow on the forearms or on the wrist. I'm going to try the wrist this time, kind of switch it up, break things up a little bit. But we take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So dropping it down, aligning the joints. So either shoulders over the elbows or shoulders over those wrists. But we come to those toes and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, hips up, we hopper step, and we grab water if we need. We have shoulder taps next, on your knees or on your toes. We're going to tap your right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. But either way, knees are apart or feet are apart, keeping those hips as still as possible. We take it down in 3, 2, and 1, dropping it down, shoulder taps in 3, 2, and 1. So right hand, left shoulder. 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and we tuck those toes, rising up. We have those inchworm walkouts next. Round 2, done after those. Then we have 1 more round with 10 minutes. We got this, right? We got it. We have those inchworms. So starting at the back, if you're on that mat, or just rising up and standing wherever you want if you're not on the mat. But those feet are spread apart. Remember, hinge at those hips. You can always take those hands to those hips and kind of like play with it to make sure that that's what you're doing. but we take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Rising up, shaking out those bodies one more time. We have one more round. Spiderman Planks, shoulder taps, Inchworm Walkouts with 9 minutes. See, we're getting anxious, but we're gonna get it. I'm trying to give you guys that little rest, but I also want to get right back into it. So we drop it down again on your forearms or on your wrist in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to come down to those forearms again. Right knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. We go for 10 in 3. Tucking the toes, 2 and 1. 10, 9, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Dropping to the knees, walk the hands back, and hop it forward. We have shoulder taps next. Right hand, left shoulder. Almost like Macarena, right? Done. We take it down for those shoulder taps in 3, 2, and 1. So we modify on those knees, or you challenge yourself on those toes, but we keep those hips still. We go in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go for 15 this time. So 10, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, chin is up, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hop or step forward. Every time I hear that sound, it reminds me of like a basketball or volleyball game. And that shoe slides. Okay, we have those inchworm walkouts. We are gonna get there. Give you guys 15 seconds of a break because we have that time now. We're all caught up. We are caught up in that time. And also, if you want to add a challenge in for these inchworm walkouts, you can, as you get to that bottom point, you can always add those push-ups. I know push-ups can be a fan favorite. I mean, I like push-ups too, but I'm going to stick with just the walkouts for right now. But if you do want that challenge, you can always add in that push-up. Like I said, there's always room for a challenge. There's always room for modification. Just as long as you're challenging yourself and not making it too easy for yourself. That's what matters. So we inhale those arms up. Exhaling the palms down by the sides. Hinging at those hips, we take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So we take it down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Last one, we take it down, walk it back, and hinge at those hips, squeezing those glutes, and great job, everybody. We are done. Upper body, killed it, Tuesday. All right, so tomorrow we do have full body, Thursday, lower body, so everybody get prepared. But tomorrow, full body, so just expect everything to be worked, because if not, then I'd be a liar of what we're doing. All right, so everybody have a great rest of your day. Enjoy lunchtime. If that's your thing right now, it's gonna be my thing right now, but I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.